Somehow we've gotten to the 2025 rookie season, and TreVeyon Henderson is underrated. We are not talking enough about the running back out of Ohio State, but we're going to fix it on this rookie profile episode.
Matt, when I was watching Ohio State all season, I watch a lot of Big Ten football, and especially during their championship run in the playoffs. I kept thinking of the great running back duos in the country. And where does TreVeyon Henderson and Quinshon Judkins land? When I was a kid, it was Eric Dickerson and Craig James at SMU. The Pony Express was rocking and rolling. In my fantasy football love affair, it was Ronnie Brown and Cadillac Williams at Auburn, who both made impacts with the Dolphins and the Buccaneers. Scouting standpoint, the Georgia tandem of Nick Chubb and Todd Gurley, I can never forget. But Henderson and Judkins did something that none of those three pairs did. They won a national championship. I do like Henderson a little bit better than Judkins, but it is very close, Matt. Henderson was a five-star prospect coming out of high school. As a junior in 2019, he captured the Gatorade Virginia Player of the Year honors. He was named USA Today's second team offense. He did not play his senior year because of COVID, Matt. In 2021, despite not playing, he was a number one ranked running back in the nation. That's how impressive he was as a junior in high school. He ends up at Ohio State, and his third game as a true freshman, he broke Archie Griffin's single-game rushing record with 270 yards versus Tulsa. And, Matt, I still remember that game because when a freshman pops like that, it leaves a mark in your memory. When the year ended, he earned freshman All-American honors and second-team All-Big Ten. He sprinted for 1,248 yards and 19 total touchdowns. I mean, for a true freshman, Matt, in the Big Ten, that was unbelievable. Unfortunately, as a sophomore in 2022, he suffered a broken bone and tore ligaments in his left foot. He only carried the ball 107 times for 571 yards and 6 touchdowns. In 2023, the Buckeyes playmaker rebounded, and he earned first-team All-Big Ten. He scampered for 926 yards and 11 scores, and he added 19 catches for 229 yards. Matt, we both thought he was going to go pro last year, and Matt and I talking behind the scenes, we thought he might be the number one. I had him at number one, but once he decided to come back, I took him off the board. But there's a very good chance he would have been the number one running back in the class. And he returns last year to chase that national championship, and he got it. He recorded his second 1,000-yard campaign with 1,016 yards. He scored 10 times. But, Matt, in context, he shared the backfield, and he averaged a robust 7.1 yards per carry. He logged a career best of 27 catches for 284 yards and a touchdown. When the curtain closed on his Buckeyes career, he finished fourth all-time with 3,761 rushing yards and sixth all-time with 42 rushing touchdowns. Matt, the resume is impressive. It is long and deep. I know you watched a lot of film over the years. What's your scouting report say?
I think that's the thing when you're talking about TreVeyon Henderson, right? He is consistent. He performs at a high level in a reliable way. But when you've watched as much film as I have, you're going to see some really great production. And he has good downfield acceleration. He's not the fastest guy, but he's definitely fast enough to win in the NFL. I'm much more impressed with his vision, John. He feels open space well. He's a decisive runner. I love when my running backs are decisive. He sees open space, he hits it, and he's got really clean cuts through tight space. He fires off the snap, and he's got really nice start-stop explosive ability. That's a rare trait that you're going to see, especially from somebody without high-end speed. And he's got good contact balance. He finishes through contact well. He's consistently gaining yards after that first point of contact. And I think he's underrated as a pass catcher. We're seeing him react well to underthrown balls here against Tennessee. He's really able to get the job done. He's reliable in the flat, but he's also reliable running downfield and continuing again after the catch. He's a real impact guy. His play strength is the foundation of his game. He's got good lower body strength, and it helps him win in short yardage and goal line situations. It's not the flashiest thing, John, but I talk about it. It's important to NFL teams when you have a good anchor and pass protection. TreVeyon Henderson, he picks up blitzing assignments well. He's got a good anchor. He's got good range. He protected Will Howard very consistently this year, and it's going to help him get good NFL draft capital. When you think about, who has the top traits at each position, TreVeyon Henderson isn't going to have the top trait, of any running back, but he's got really high-end grades in each of the trait categories. He's very well-rounded, and it's going to help him be a huge asset and value added to an NFL roster. But, John, when I'm thinking of value added, I'm thinking about the resources available over at patreon.com/rookiebigboard. You have access to the full rookie rankings with over 80 in-depth rookie profile articles already posted. You have access to the Devy rankings, the Dynasty rankings. All of those are equivalent across platforms. So you can go on right now and see how TreVeyon Henderson lines up in the Dynasty running back rankings. You have access to the Rookie Big Board Discord for personalized roster building, trading advice. You're going to get 100 plus pages of the 2025 rookie guide, one-on-one draft consultation calls, so much good stuff available over at patreon.com/rookiebigboard. Whether you're listening, whether you're watching, the link to join the community will be in the episode description. I encourage you to head on over there and join today. If you're enjoying these rookie profile videos, you are absolutely going to love what we have going on at patreon.com/rookiebigboard. So very well-rounded tape, John. You mentioned he's been productive over the course of a few years. Let's really dig into the stats here for TreVeyon Henderson.
When you were speaking, a thought popped into my brain, Matt, and it's the sum is greater than the individual parts with TreVeyon Henderson. You're absolutely right. He probably doesn't lead in any one single category as the fastest, the best vision, the best lateral cutter, maybe the best pass catcher. But when you put it all together, Matt, he is an exceptional talent. And I love his pass blocking, Matt. He stonewalls some people. And if I like it, I'm telling you right now, coaching staffs are going to love the breakdown of this man, because you can put him on the field for 10 straight plays, Matt, and you don't have to change the offense at all. And that is a valuable running back at the NFL level. He's 5'10", 212 pounds. He's got like the perfect running back frame. His BMI comes in at 30.4. That's a really nice, solid number. His yards per carry over 4 seasons, everyone. We have a lot of tape on this young man. He averaged 6.4. That's a terrific number. You mentioned it. I don't think he's the best receiver, but he's proficient. He won't hurt your offense, and you can get a home run out of him. 77 career receptions. And yards after contact per attempt. I don't think people realize how good he is, Matt. He averaged 4.43 yards after contact. My benchmark is 3.25. The only little flag of concern is the scrimmage yards dominator. But let's put it into context, Matt. He was a true freshman one year when he had a higher number, but it doesn't hit the ceiling. And last year he shared the duties with another NFL prospect who we will break down later. Matt, my model loves him. My tape study loves him. I know you like him. More importantly, what your fantasy footballers know.
Yeah, let's put it all together here for fantasy football value, because at the end of the day, that is what it's all about at the Rookie Big Board, helping you win your rookie drafts, helping you win your fantasy football championships. Well, TreVeyon Henderson, man, I think you're going to be able to draft him in the back end of the first round, that 109 to 112 range in a super flex draft. And if you can get him there, get him there. I'm going to have good exposure to him. I recommend 26 to 40%. You know, if you're sitting there with the 110 and TreVeyon Henderson's there, you have to draft him at least 40% of the time, because
yeah.
yeah, I want him on my rosters, man. You know, the fantasy football value comparison here, if you're watching the video and you see the slides and you see that each time, the value comparison is telling you, you know, who's the fantasy football player that his value most represents. Not his run style, not his play style, but think about David Montgomery, right? A really solid, consistent starter. You're sliding him into that running back 2 slot each and every week. He doesn't get you excited, right? It's not like when you plug in Bijan Robinson into your lineup, or Jahmyr Gibbs, and you're getting all fired up. And it's not going to feel like it feels when you put Ashton Genty into your lineup week 1. But guess what? Before he went down with injury, David Montgomery was going to win fantasy football championships. And I know that because my best rosters had David Montgomery on them this year, because he was a really, really solid running back too, with the upside and potential when he gets lead back volume to be the running back 1. And David Montgomery was a rotational running back on a good NFL offense, right? And I think TreVeyon Henderson can absolutely project in a really similar way. And not a lot of folks are talking about him in this range, but I'd be willing to put down a sizable bet here on TreVeyon Henderson being a top 50 NFL draft pick. I feel very confident. I think Henderson could be a first-round NFL draft pick, and it's because the NFL teams, like we talked about, John, they're going to appreciate that pass protection. They're going to appreciate his short yardage, his tenacity, his high motor, his vision, his lateral agility, his decisiveness. Those are all traits NFL teams really value. And they've been watching and paying attention to him for a while now. And let's just call it like it is. NFL front office executives can be easily swayed, and they just watched him win a national championship. It's going to be at the forefront of their mind. And I imagine Henderson's going to go to Indianapolis and he's going to really impress, right? Not as much as I think impresses on folks when they go over to patreon.com/rookiebigboard and get access to all of our rankings, personalized advice in the Discord, rookie guide, one-on-one draft consultation calls, all of that really awesome resources. But hey, if you've watched the entire video here, do us a huge, huge favor and drop us a comment. Let us know what you think about TreVeyon Henderson, or ask us anything about the 2025 rookie class. We would really appreciate it. And we're going to be at this all draft season long. Class is going to be in session all rookie season, because we got the FF Educator, we got the Gridiron Scholar, and we're going to be back real soon with another rookie profile.